Hello there, my friends. This is Betsy, and today I'm actually working on my second drawing for Inktober. I suppose I am kind of cheating. Is that a word? Cheating a little bit. I did get started just a few days before October starts, and I'm actually just doing that so that as I create my drawings, I can give you all a little bit of inspiration, or maybe like a little bit of a leg up for whatever it is that you want to create during Inktober this year. So I am going to use this opportunity to not only just share the drawing that I'm working on here. So this is what I've got. This is just a half a page. For those of you who joined me during yesterday's live stream for the first drawing, I'm going to show it to you again real quick. This is where I am with it right now. So as you can see, it does take a while to do some of that shading and to really get it to where I want it. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. It was almost a full page. And today I have, for day 2, I have a half page. And this is where I'm at. And I would like to show you today how to draw this element right here. It may be a little self obvious, maybe not, but to those of you who want to try out something different, maybe you've never done this before, I want to kind of just show you how I draw it. And it's just really nice in case you're looking for maybe a new pattern, something different, something fresh for you to draw if you're kind of drawing along and trying to figure out what you want to include in your drawing. So I zoomed in a little bit just now, and I am using, let me show you the size pen I'm using. This is an 05. This is a type of fine liner. I'll provide you with a link in case you're looking for more fine liners or new fine liners. It's just kind of this random brand that I found on Amazon. So I will give you the link in the description if you want to check it out. How about for now, let's just go ahead and use this spot right here. I kind of want to add one more that looks just like this. You can see I have plenty of them throughout. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 5 of them, right? 6. Oh, there we go. They got another one. So I've got them throughout, and I really enjoyed this pattern. So I'm going to add one more right over here. So let me get it centered. Maybe zoom in just a little more so you can see a little bit better. And what I am going to get started right here is I wanted to kind of grow from this spot right here. So I'm going to find this edge. If you don't have an edge yet, it's okay. Just find a piece of paper and just find a spot where you want to start. Maybe just draw a little dot so you know that's where you're going to start. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do to start mine is I'm just going to start from that spot, and I'm going to draw this arm that comes out. And at the very end of it, make this nice little spiral. And at the very end of that sweet little spiral, I'm going to make this kind of a little teardrop shape. It just makes it really nice. It just ends it so it looks nice and soft and smooth. And now, once I've done that one spiral, this is where it's all going to start growing, and we're going to do the next thing. We're just going to repeat it a whole lot. So let's try it. So I'm going to start here at the base again with my pen. So right there, pretty close. It's pretty close to that first line. And then I'm going to create a nice curved line that's going to go up and over, and I'm just going to follow it, and there we go. It connected right there. So now it looks like we've got a solid shape right now. So that's our first shape. Now again, I'm going to go to the base of it, and right here, again next to the second line, I'm going to do this again. This is starting from this point. I'm going to go up and around. And as I follow the curve, I'm actually going to stop before I reach the end, and I'm going to connect it just like that with a nice little curve right there. I'm just going to go over this line a little bit more because I think it was a little thin. There we go. So that was my third line, and I'm going to add as many lines as I see fit so that I can make this nice and full, just like the ones that you see over here. So I'll do this again. So in this case, I'm working on the left. So I'm going to start here. Here's my fourth line. I'm going to draw a nice curve. I'm going to head up and over, but I will end this only here. So notice each time, each one of these is getting shorter. It's getting much shorter. And what I do want you to notice is that if you're drawing this, you've never drawn something like this before, it's actually going to be quite a bit of a gap between these. So see the nice big space right here between them? The next one, leave a nice big gap before you make the next one. So just like that. So let's draw the next one. And let's start over here in the usual spot. I'm going to come up and over, just keep going, and I'm going to end it right here. So notice there's a big gap between the previous one I finished and then the one I just did right now. So that's kind of what I mean is by leaving a big gap. And I'll show you what I do even with the next one. Let me just draw another one. I'm going to go up and over, and that one's going to stop way back here like that. See, it's okay if you got nice big gaps. And now, because for this particular drawing, and I'll zoom out so you can see it, I do have a border that I'm working with, so see that pencil line? I don't really want to go beyond my border just for aesthetic purposes and things like that. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do is the next one that I draw, I'll start on the left again, right here. And I'm going to draw a similar line, a nice curve, but I'm just going to stop right here. Even though now there's an enormous gap, absolutely fine. It still looks really nice. And I think I can still fit about, let's say 2 more. I can still fit 2 more here. So I'm going to start right here, draw another one here. That's pretty good. And I do another one here. There we go. So now we have a nice kind of variation of lengths of those. And look how neat they look together. And I have been trying to think about where I got this design. I may have seen it somewhere. I honestly don't know. If you have seen it anywhere else, please let me know in the description if there's their name for it. I know that a lot of you probably do Zentangle, so there may be something similar that you know of. I do always appreciate when anybody shares kind of the names or the designations for some of these things. I am not a Zentangle teacher, so I don't really know those. But I do appreciate the designs. They're very beautiful. So this is my version of something that I may have seen a while ago. I've just been doing it for quite a while, and it's one of my favorites. So before I end this video, I do want to show you one more thing for this little design. Is you may be wondering, how do I add some shading? Some shading might be nice. And so I am going to use a pencil, just a regular pencil, like a 2HB or just whatever you got should be fine. This is, I think this is a Ticonderoga pencil that I've got here. You know, the usual kind of school pencils. It's just one of these. That's all it is. And so I'm going to use that to do a little bit of shading just so you can see what it looks like once it's got some of that in here. And so where I'm going to add my shading is at the base here. And I am kind of feathering it out a little bit so it goes from dark to light. I will be using a blending stump to kind of soften it up a little. So there is that. So here it is on all of them. I'm just adding some pencil to the base. So that's one place. And then over at the very ends, nice and easy, just add a little bit to the ends right here. And here, so we're gonna do a couple of those. Kind of gonna rotate this as we work around. Isn't this just so much fun? So nice. Notice that I'm trying to keep my pencil kind of laying down. For those of you who just aren't super familiar with doing shading with a pencil, I personally find that it helps a lot to lay it down like this. It just helps me keep those shadows nice and soft, and it makes it easier. So notice for that very last one, I'm going to just kind of add quite a bit in the center there and just kind of fade it out from there. So what I was saying is that I like to use my pencil sideways like this. It just helps to make nice soft gradients. And I am going to get a blending stump, also known as a tortillon. Let's see, what's a good one? I've got so many of them right here. This one, you can see it already has quite a bit of graphite on it here. This one should do fine. And I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to kind of spread this a little. You may have your own methods and techniques for doing this. Go ahead and do a little bit of experimenting. Try out some different things. It doesn't need to be perfect. If on your first try you don't like it, go and try it again. Maybe tweak the design a little bit. See if you can add something interesting to it so it becomes a completely new thing. So you can see I'm just gently kind of adding a little bit of pressure here, just spreading out some of that graphite. And you can go further. This is just kind of a foundational step to adding just a little bit of shading. You can keep going. There's always lots more you can do. This one here, I'm just kind of going in circles to spread it. There we go. So it looks pretty nice. That's what it's looking like. And I am going to take a little bit of time since this drawing is almost complete. My drawing for day 2 for Inktober of 2024. And I am going to do some more shading. And when I come back tomorrow to show you day 3, I will hopefully have quite a bit of progress of shading on this to show you, so you can see what it looks like. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy drawing this nice little this nice little design and maybe have some fun with it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Betsy, and I hope that you have a lot of fun during Inktober this year. I hope to see you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.